Hello and good day to you. It's been a wonderful day, and here we are on the Family Vibes Counseling channel for this educational experience known as The Value of Me. This series has been so good. It has been wonderful to share with each of you in your homes, on your jobs, in your earbuds, your respective places, wherever you are on Mondays at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I am Dr. Kimberly Clay, and I'm excited to be the facilitator for this series, for this instructional time that we have together. Go ahead and start to like, to share, and tag others in this educational experience. It has been a whirlwind of information that has come and taken us to our next level, our next place in building a healthy self-esteem. So make sure that you like this experience, make sure that you share it, and tag others. If you're new to this and don't know how to tag, go to the bottom to the chat and hit the @ and start typing names. As you start typing letters, different friends' names will come up. Tag them, and let them know that Dr. Clay is on with the value of me. So we're going to take this time to just develop our classroom setting before we jump in. So go ahead and grab your coffee or tea, grab your note paper, or open your iPad, whatever you're taking your notes on, and we're going to jump into class. Is that all right? Okay, I need y'all with me. I need you locked in, focused, and paying attention. We're going to be moving on to part 5 of The Value of Me, and I pray that these series of lessons has been blessing your life. Have you been practicing? I want to hear your testimonies about how it's blessing you. So after this message, we'll jump in to The Value of Me. Hello, ladies. It's time for Extraordinary Women 2024. Register today and save with the early bird registration. There are only 200 spaces available for Extraordinary Women, and the room is already filling up. Join Dr. Kimberly Clay. We're looking forward to filling up the Hilton Garden, North Little Rock, Arkansas. There will be many inspirational speakers. We will be talking health. We will be talking entrepreneurship, home, and life. Many women are coming from all over the nation to be at Extraordinary Women 2024. Get your registration completed now at www.drkimberlyclay.com, or you can go to Family Vibes website, which is familyvibescounseling.org. Reach out to us if you have questions. Text or call 972-589-1925. We look forward to seeing you at Extraordinary Women 2024, Saturday, November 2nd at 10 o'clock a.m. and Sunday, November 3rd at 3 o'clock p.m. See you there. Hello, everyone. Hello. It's Dr. Clay here with The Value of Me. This series is built on building a healthy self-esteem. I pray that your day has been excellent on today, and here we are, Monday evening, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Or if you're rewatching this or watching the rebroadcast, welcome to The Value of Me with Dr. Kimberly Clay. I am the founder and the CEO of Family Vibes Counseling, which is a nonprofit organization that works in our community, providing individual counseling, family counseling, marriage counseling, teen groups, adult groups, as well as women's refuge situations. We are excited about the work that we do. And I know I say it all the time, we're excited. We really are. We don't do this just out of a duty to to the community or duty to certain groups of people, but we do our work because this is what we've been called to, and we get a joy out of doing what we do. So I need you to go ahead and grab your note pages. Take a last few seconds to go ahead to like this, to share it on your page or your friends' timelines, as well as tag in the chat. Go down to the chat, hit the @ sign, and tag some people to join us for this educational experience. Let me know how you're doing. Go in the chats, hit the hearts. Let me know where you're tuning in from and how your day has been today. I am super excited to be here with you, and I hope that y'all will engage with me. I need you to hit the hearts. I need you to talk back to me. I need you to type in the chats and just engage with everyone that's here, because we're all here to learn and to support one another. That's what building healthy self-esteem is all about, being able to enjoy yourself as well as enjoy others. So as we jump into the value of me, part 5, this is part 5. I just really hope that you all have been practicing the tips that I've been giving. We've already had 4 sessions together, and I hope that you're practicing what we're learning in these sessions. This is good information, and we should take this to heart, take it and apply it to our lives so that we can be better, thereby making our families better, our surroundings, our associations better, and it makes a better community if everybody does that. The value of me, part 5. Part 5. Tonight we're going to talk about what is self-esteem and why is it important. What is self-esteem and why is it important? Go ahead and get that in your notes. Give you a moment. What is self-esteem and why is it important? Let me see. Does anybody have any answers? Come on, virtual classroom. What is self-esteem and why is it important? Self-esteem is actually our overall opinion of ourselves. It's your overall opinion of yourself. And your beliefs about your abilities and limitations. I want to say that again. Self-esteem is your overall opinion of yourself and your beliefs about your abilities and limitations. When we look at the word, the phrase self-esteem, we see the word self. That word self, as a definition from Merriam-Webster, is a person's essential being. When we say essential, that's like the foundational part, down to the naked foundation of who we are. The person's essential being that distinguishes them from others. Again, self is a person's essential being that distinguishes them from others. So that is the part of us, that essential, that foundational part of us that makes us unique. It makes us different from every other person in the world. Self. And the word esteem from that phrase, self-esteem. Esteem is respect and admiration. Yes, it is. Typically for a person. Esteem, respect and admiration. So self is a person's essential being that distinguishes them from others. And esteem is the respect and admiration that we have typically for a person. So self-esteem is the person's essential being and their respect and admiration for themselves. Self-esteem meaning we respect and admire ourselves. Look at that. Think about it for a minute. Respecting and admiring ourselves. Respect yourself first and then we'll know how to respect others. Love yourself first, and then we'll know how to love others. Self-esteem, that's good. I'm teaching. Self-esteem is shaped by your thoughts, relationships, and experiences, including those related to culture, religion, and societal status. Self-esteem is shaped by the way we think, the relationships, the connections that we have with others, and our experiences. Everything that we go through has a part in shaping our self-esteem, including those related to culture, religion, and societal status. Self-esteem, it impacts our decision-making process. There's something that goes into us having a decision made positively or negatively in our lives. Self-esteem, it impacts the decision-making process, our relationships, our emotional health, our overall well-being. Y'all know we've heard that before. It affects everything in our lives. That's why we need healthy self-esteem, because it changes our lives. When our self-esteem becomes, when we start to respect and admire ourselves, it influences every area of our lives. It influences motivation. Some of us have a lack of motivation. We try to do better. As people with a healthy, positive view of themselves, understand their potential, and then may feel inspired to take on new challenges. Meaning, the better we feel about ourselves, the more motivated we are, and we'll take on new things in our lives. We'll try new things. We'll take on new concepts and new assignments in our lives. Are y'all with me? Okay, hit the hearts. Let me know that you're with me. When something hits you or hits your life, or you understand or you think it's good information, just hit the hearts about 100 times. That's all. A low self-esteem can reduce the quality of a person's life in many different ways, including negative feelings. The constant self-criticism can lead to persistent feelings of sadness, depression, anxiety, anger, shame, or guilt. Low self-esteem, again, can reduce the quality of a person's life. Low self-esteem can reduce the quality of our lives. It'll bring on negative feelings. That is not what we need. The world is already negative enough. We do not need any more negative feelings. Do you agree? The constant criticism can lead to persistent feelings of sadness, depression, anxiety, anger, shame, or guilt. So we're going to identify 4 key characteristics of healthy self-esteem. 4 key characteristics. Okay, one with healthy self-esteem. This is characteristic number 1. A firm understanding of one's skills. A person with healthy self-esteem knows their skill set. They know who they are, what they're capable of. They understand what they are capable of doing. Number 2, key characteristic: the ability to maintain healthy relationships with others as a result of having a healthy relationship with oneself. The ability to maintain healthy relationships. Come on, if we would be for real with ourselves, how many of us have problems maintaining relationships? Constant fallouts, constant bickering. It's a signal that we don't have a healthy relationship with ourselves. We don't even understand ourselves. Therefore, we have a problem relating to others. Characteristic number 3 of healthy self-esteem: a realistic and appropriate personal expectation of oneself. Realistic and appropriate personal expectations. Meaning we're for real about what we expect. We're not expecting over the top results, but we're only giving under the bottom. Wow. Realistic and appropriate personal expectations. Goals that we're able to commit to. Goals that we're able to accomplish with a little work. Number 4, key characteristics: an understanding of one's need and the ability to express those needs. Understanding what we ourselves need and ability to express it to someone else. A person with healthy self-esteem does not mind saying, hey, I'm able to do this, but I need this. I'm able to manage or accomplish to this level, but I need assistance, or I need this to go forward in my next. So those are 4 key characteristics of healthy self-esteem. This is what we're looking for as we build, as we grow. In building healthy self-esteem, we want to look for a firm understanding of our own skills. Number 2, the ability to maintain healthy relationships with others because of a healthy relationship with ourselves. That's good. Number 3, realistic and appropriate personal expectations. Being for real. Don't have expectations up here, but we're only giving at a minimal amount, a minimal level. And number 4, characteristics of a healthy self-esteem: an understanding of one's own needs and the ability to express those needs. People with low self-esteem tend to feel less sure of their abilities and may doubt their decision-making process. Come on, think about that. People with low self-esteem tend to feel less sure, not as sure. Come on, not sure about their abilities and may doubt their decision-making process. They may not feel motivated. Sometimes we're not motivated to try new things because we don't believe that we can reach our goals. We don't believe that we can attain those things that we are seeing or that we want to do. We're just not motivated. We feel like it's no use. We're not capable. That's low self-esteem. Those with low self-esteem may have issues with relationships and expressing their needs. Come on, we've got to get better. We've got to get better. Experiencing low levels of confidence and feeling unlovable and unworthy. I'm going to tell you, I bind that devil in the name of Jesus. That demon that tries to make you feel unworthy and that you're not capable of being loved, I rebuke it in Jesus' name. You are worthy to be loved. You are worthy to be seen, to be heard. You are worthy to be loved. You are lovable. You are wonderful. You are worthy. People with overly high self-esteem may overestimate their skills and may feel entitled to succeed, even without the abilities to back up their belief in themselves. So there are consequences to low self-esteem and high, but I would rather deal with the overly high self-esteem person and just try to help them to tone it. It's really hard to go from having low self-esteem to build up, but we are capable of doing so. And I don't want you to ever feel as though you're not capable of feeling better about yourself. You are not doomed to depression. You are not doomed to anxiety. That is not where you will always be. I speak it in the name of Jesus. I just feel somebody. You will not continue in depression. You will not continue in anxiety. We're going to do all that we can to build ourselves and to build each other. Is that all right? Many theorists have written about the dynamics involved in the development of self-esteem. I told y'all already, I'm an industrial organizational psychologist. I deal with the way people work together in corporations, in industry, in business, in large organizations. When we look at theories, in the course of 2 masters and a doctorate, I've had a chance to look at many theories on self-esteem and behavior in general. But there are some that are more of a favorite to me than others. And this is one. The concept of self-esteem plays an important role in psychologist Abraham Maslow, his hierarchy of needs. Hierarchy, the triangle. Remember seeing the triangle with the different levels blocked off? It depicts esteem as one of the basic human motivations. Self-esteem is one of the most foundational needs that every person has. We need to think well of ourselves. We need to respect ourselves. We need to admire ourselves. Maslow suggested that individuals need both appreciation from other people and to reach inner respect to build self-esteem. And I totally agree that this is true. The combination of appreciation from others and our inner self-respect builds a healthy self-esteem. Both of these needs must be fulfilled in order for an individual to grow as a person and reach self-actualization. That's the top, the peak of the triangle. It's important to note that self-esteem is a concept distinct from self-efficacy, which involves how well you believe you'll handle future actions, performance, or abilities. So having said that, I don't expect you to retain all of that, but I need you to just get the point that self-esteem is one of our basic human needs. Actually, self-esteem is built from childhood. So the way that even now parents, our children and our grandchildren, how they grow up, we play a huge role in that, in them having self-esteem. The way that we respond to them and the appreciation that we show them has a lot to do with their self-esteem. So let's look at factors that affect self-esteem. Get that note on your notes. I want you to be organized on your notes. Let's look at factors that affect self-esteem. Come on, we're talking about it. I need y'all to engage with me. Factors that affect self-esteem. There are many factors that can influence self-esteem. Your self-esteem may be impacted by age, disability, genetics, illness, physical abilities, socio-economic status, meaning pretty much our salary, what side of the fence kind of thing we grew up on, our status financially, and our thought patterns. All of these: age, disability, genetics, illness, physical abilities, socioeconomic status, and our thought patterns. Racism and discrimination. Many of us have experience these have also been shown to have negative effects on self-esteem. Additionally, genetic factors that help shape a person's personality can play a role, but life experiences are thought to be the most important factor. Our life experiences, think about it, it makes sense. The things that we experience in our lives, the things that we go through, they shape the way we feel about ourselves. So it's often our experiences that form the basis for overall self-esteem. Self-esteem might be caused by overly critical or overly negative assessments from family and friends. Have you ever been, and I know everybody will say yes, have you been in the room with people who are always overly critical and negative in assessing others? That is the wrong room to be in, regardless if it's family, close friends, or whatever. Find other people to associate with. There is no way you should subject yourself to being around negative and critical people all of the time. Carl Rogers is another of my favorite theorists in psychology. He refers to something as unconditional positive regard. The person with unconditional positive regard is more likely to have healthy self-esteem. Look at that term, unconditional, meaning without condition, without reason, without up, without down, without fail. Positive regard, meaning how we refer or love on ourselves. Healthy self-esteem. There are some simple ways to tell if you have healthy self-esteem. We're talking about self-esteem today. What is it and why is it important? We're already learning. You have healthy self-esteem if you avoid dwelling on negative past experiences. You believe you're equal to everyone else. No better, no worse. I mean, just equal. We're on an equal playing field. Everyone has access to be better. A person with healthy self-esteem expresses their needs. A person with healthy self-esteem feels confident. A person with healthy self-esteem has a positive outlook on life. If you have healthy self-esteem, you say no when you want to. We talked about this, the first and the second part of the value of me. We talked about saying no when we get ready. Say no, it's okay. It is. Dr. Clay is telling you it's okay. Many times we need to start saying no, and then we'll be able to value ourselves more and take more time for ourselves and be able to love on ourselves. Also, a person with healthy self-esteem will see overall strengths and weaknesses and accept them. Again, you will see your overall strengths and weaknesses and accept them. So look at these. A person with healthy self-esteem avoids dwelling on past negative experiences. They believe that they're equal to everyone else, no better, no worse. And they express their needs. A person with healthy self-esteem feels confident, has a positive outlook on life. A person with healthy self-esteem says no when they want to. And healthy self-esteem helps us to see our overall strengths and weaknesses and accept them. So having healthy self-esteem can move or motivate us to reach our goals because we're able to navigate life knowing that we're capable people of accomplishing whatever we set our minds to. I tell clients this all the time. Whatever it is that you feel like you're able to do, whatever it is that God showed you, you are able to accomplish it. We have to love on ourselves. Self-esteem is that respect and that admiration for ourselves. Start loving yourself. Start loving who you are and build from there. Additionally, when you have healthy self-esteem, you're able to set appropriate boundaries. Many times we have so much trouble with placing boundaries on others with ourselves, not giving ourselves the space that we need to grow. We allow people to push into our personal space, and it crowds us and doesn't give us that room that we need to be better and to grow. So we maintain a healthy relationship with ourselves and with others. Those boundaries, you guys, is so necessary. Boundaries are necessary because we have to have room to grow. We have to have room to engage and to see ourselves. Yes, we need to see ourselves. It's not just enough for us to see others or for others to tell us how we're doing, how we're making it. We need to see ourselves. But let's look at low self-esteem. What does that look like? We talked about characteristics of high self-esteem. What does low self-esteem look like? It may manifest in a variety of ways. If you have low self-esteem, you may believe that others are better than you. Low self-esteem says you're finding trouble expressing your needs, trouble focusing on your weaknesses. Low self-esteem, that person frequently experiences fear, self-doubt, and worries a whole lot. You may have a negative outlook on life and feel a lack of control. You may have an intense fear of failure, an intense fear of failure. You may have trouble accepting positive feedback. Remember, we talked about accepting compliments, accepting positivity from others. You did a great job, or, oh, you look so great, or you're so pretty. People with low self-esteem, no matter how great they are, if they don't see it, it's hard to convince them otherwise. So the problem, the solution has to be fixed within. The solution has to come from within that person. A person with low self-esteem may have trouble saying no and setting boundaries. And this is huge. A person with low self-esteem puts other people's needs before their own. Don't do it. Take care of yourself. I told this story once before, but we talk about on the airline. When we get on the airline, the stewardess goes through all of the safety protocol before the flight. They tell you to put the mask, in the case of decreased air pressure, to put the mask on yourself and then to your children or others that you have with you. That is because we have to be okay in order to see about others, in order to take care of others. Yes, so true. If we're not okay, how do I build up someone else or make sure that they're fine? How do I see after them if I'm not all right? So if we're putting others' needs in front of our own, eventually, yes, surely, yeah, we'll be in a very uncomfortable place. And that person with low self-esteem struggles with confidence. Low self-esteem has the potential to lead to a variety of mental health disorders, including anxiety disorders and depressive disorders. Anxiety and depression are at an all-time high, especially after the world, it was already a problem. And then going through COVID, years of that, and then having to restructure in the world itself, the restructuring of relationships, of people. We were so to ourselves and scared to be congregated together. It's really a big deal. All of the loss of family and friends that went on in the world, in our families, in our communities. There is a lot of anxiety and depression, but we want to work to help in the fight against anxiety and depression. You don't have to succumb to depression. You don't have to be a victim of anxiety. There are people who can help. You can reach out to Family Vibes at any of our methods, by phone, by email. Just reach out to us and we're happy to help you. You may also find it difficult to pursue your goals and maintain healthy relationships. Having low self-esteem can impact. That's why it's so important. It can impact our quality of life and increase our risk for experiencing suicidal thoughts. If you're experiencing suicidal thoughts, that is not normal. Call us. Call Dr. Clay. Call Family Vibes. Reach out to us. It's confidential, but we're ready to help you. So as we go on in our class, how do we improve our self-esteem? There are steps that we can take to address problems with our perceptions of ourselves and the faith in our abilities. How do we build that self-esteem? Number 1, become more aware of negative thoughts. Come on, get this. Write it down. Get your pen. Become more aware of negative thoughts. Learn to identify the distorted thoughts that are impacting your self-worth. So number 1, become aware of negative thoughts. Talking about building healthy self-esteem. Number 2, challenge negative thinking patterns. Come on, get these notes. Challenge negative thinking patterns. When you find yourself engaging in negative thinking, stop it. Counter those thoughts. Come on, counteract those thoughts with more realistic and positive ones. When a thought comes into your mind that tells you you're not capable of doing something, immediately stop that thought and counteract it and be like, you know what? Yes, I am. I'm going to try harder and I'm going to do more. I know that I can accomplish this. I am capable of completing this task. Whatever I'm dreaming about, whatever I've been thinking about, an idea or a vision that God gave me for my life, I'm going to spring out and work on accomplishing that. Number 3, use positive self-talk. Practice reciting. I told you that mirror exercise, it works wonders. Practice positive affirmations to yourself. One thing that makes it easy, go use those post-it notes and put them up everywhere that you walk through your home, in your car, wherever you see, and recite those to yourself daily. I am wonderful. I am intelligent. I am smart. I am capable. I am worthy. I'm lovable. And number 4, practice self-compassion. Be compassionate to yourself. Give yourself room to grow. Don't be so hard on yourself. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and move forward by accepting all parts of yourself. Low self-esteem can contribute to or be a symptom of mental health disorders, including anxiety and depression. So we talked about self-esteem and why is it important. Self-esteem is our overall opinion of ourselves and our beliefs about our abilities and limitations. Our self, that's that foundational part of us that makes us different from everyone else. Esteem, respect and admiration, typically for a person, but we're talking about self-esteem, so it's our foundational part of us. And loving, respecting, and admiring that part of us that makes us unique. Self-esteem impacts our decision-making process, our relationships, our emotional health, and our overall well-being. 4 key characteristics of healthy self-esteem are a firm understanding of one's skills, the ability to maintain healthy relationships with others as a result of having a healthy relationship with oneself. Number 3, realistic and appropriate personal expectations. And number 4, an understanding of one's need and the ability to express those needs. Factors that may affect self-esteem are age, disability, genetics, illness, physical abilities, socioeconomic status, and our thought patterns. When we're looking at low self-esteem, some of those characteristics may be that we believe that others are better than us. We have trouble expressing our needs. We may focus on our own weaknesses. We experience fear, self-doubt, and worry. Trouble accepting positive feedback, intense fear of failure, trouble saying no and setting boundaries with others, and putting others' needs before our own. Also struggling with confidence. So 4 steps that we are going to practice this week to build our self-esteem are: number 1, become more aware of negative thoughts. Number 2, challenge negative thinking patterns. When you hear that negative thought, counteract it with something positive. Number 3, use positive self-talk. Talk to yourself, post post-it notes, write notes to yourself, record notes to yourself. Number 4, practice self-compassion. Be patient with yourself and accept, love, and respect. Also admire who you are and what your abilities are. This time has been so special with you, and I hope and pray that you will practice what we have learned in this class on self-esteem. What is it and why is it important? I need you to stay tuned so you can see the work that Family Vibes is doing and see how you can help. God bless. I'll talk to you later.